The internet is an important tool that we all use every single day. We use it for everything from work-related material to studying, using for schools such as this, finding friends, dating, entertainment, news, everything. We all use it. It's there. We have to. It's important to each and every one of us. And yes, that does include you as well. In 2015, the Federal Communications Commission, or the FCC, changed and reclassified internet service providers from being information services to telecommunications services. This allowed them to enact regulations and restrictions and place them on the internet service providers, ensuring that there was a totally open and free internet available for all users. However, in just under 2 short weeks, the FCC is going to be taking another vote on December 14th, 2017, with the intent of undoing those classifications and regulations. This allows the internet service providers to decide and determine where you can go on the internet and what speed you can access them, and even so much as to say that you can't access certain sites unless you pay additional money. So what can you do to help ensure that your internet stays free? Let me tell you. The first thing that you need to do is become more knowledgeable about the situation. You can't make any type of arguments or do anything unless you know what you're talking about. Okay? Let me show you briefly how the internet is today. You go from your home to the internet service providers to the internet, and then you can access whatever site or service you want to access on the internet at the same speed regardless of where it's coming from. Okay? Without the net neutrality laws, the way that it's going to work is it's going to go from your home to the service providers to the internet, and then the sites and the services that you get to use is depending upon how much you are willing to pay the internet service providers in addition to your monthly service fees. That doesn't sound right, does it? Okay? There are a lot of different places where you can go to learn more about this. You can go to the FCC's website themselves. Not everybody in the FCC is in favor of doing away with the net neutrality, and there's a lot of information out there available. You can also use the NPR, which is National Public Radio, the ACLU, Scientific Americana, or you can just Google it, Yahoo search, whatever your favorite search engine is, and learn more about it. Okay? According to Dr. Hatan Gandhi, becoming more aware and knowledgeable of a topic allows you to create a better argument for and take the best actions to influence your leaders in whatever side you want to take on any topic. Okay? It does cost a little bit of time and effort to become more knowledgeable. You might have to do away with playing on all of the Facebook or whatever other site you normally go to. It doesn't take very long to get informed about it, just a few minutes, but you do need to know. Okay? The cost of becoming more informed, it does take a little bit of time, but you gain insight and knowledge into a topic that is very important and will have impacts on not only you, but other future generations to come. Okay, the next thing you can do is attend a protest. On December 7th of this year at Verizon stores, our closest one is in Winter Haven, but you can start up another one or whatnot. You can go protest them and protest this decision. Our current chairman of the FCC used to be a fairly big shot guy at Verizon. That's why they chose the Verizon stores to do it. Okay. A court's report found that a Harvard study shows that doing protests, becoming involved in protests, are effective because they get people politically activated and involved. It places you out there and puts you in the sight and the view of the political leaders. Okay. That does take a little bit of time away from your friends, from your family. You have to drive to the protest. However, being seen and being heard is well worth any of those little costs with it. Okay? What's the third thing that you can do? You can contact your congressman and let them know how you feel and how you want them to tell the FCC. And if they do take the vote and make it go that way, got to go through Congress before it's all finalized, or Congress has the right to overthrow them. So let your congressman know. Well, how can you do that, you ask? There's a few different ways. You can call them, you can email them, you can write them, you can go to their office, or you can go to a website called EFF.org and hit the page that allows you to tell your congressman how you want them to vote on this and what you wanted to do. It's very simple. You put in your mailing address, and that pulls up the list of your representatives. And then you put in your email address. It generates a nice, neat little form that you can customize if you want to, and it automatically, with one push of a button, allows you to email them all. Okay? It's the best thing that you can do. Lobbying for ourselves, according to the EFF, is an effective means for reform on tech issues because they don't know what they're doing. The congressmen, they're not experts. You're the expert. You're the one who uses it every day. You're the one that needs to let them know this is how it's going to affect you personally and how it's going to affect everybody else. Okay? There is some cost to it. You got to take a minute to make a phone call or to send an email or go to them. That's it. Very, very small cost to pay in order to help protect the internet. Okay? Educating yourself about an important issue like this, whether it's protesting, contacting them, or just becoming aware of it, this allows you to help try and keep the internet fair and accessible to all, as well as performing your patriotic duty and correcting a wrong done by the government. You can contact them right now. In fact, you need to do this within the next 2 weeks because the vote's taking place on December 14th, so we're on a very limited time. Get on it, contact them, go protest, whatever we need to do. What we want to do is prevent having something like this show up, just rest in peace net neutrality and effectively the internet as we know it, and instead have one like this that says we won, net neutrality is upheld, and we're good. Okay, that's what we want to do. You can go to Battle for the Net to contact your representatives or the EFF.org. You can go to a Verizon store on December 7th and protest. Do whatever we want to do, but we've got to do this. The internet is under attack today from these people, from the FCC and the internet service providers, and it's up to us to be able to stop them and keep the internet free and open for everybody. Thank you.